Hey, so this is a new thing. I haven't really done sort of commentated things, but I want to give it a shot, see how it went. So this is a speed run of a ROM hack called Pokemon IceBlue. We're going to take a look at how it goes. I don't think this is a real speed run, like I couldn't find a page for it. So that means this is by default the world record. That's pretty good. A good place to start. As with all Pokemon games, you start with talking to Professor Oak here. He's got a Delibird. This part's boring, you just kind of hammer the A button, you know how it goes. Later on it does get ever so slightly more interesting. I picked the boy character here because that's the one that it defaults to, and I don't think it matters at all. And we name ourselves A, as is tradition. Here we are in our house. We're going to go downstairs, and we got to talk to Mom. If we try to leave without talking to Mom, the game gets mad at us. So the plot of this game is that Articuno's taken over the world and we gotta go beat him up. And Mom gives us a Mutt Pup, and this Mutt Pup is gonna put in some work for us. Mutt Pup is a normal / ice type, and other than that it's basically a reskinned Poochyena. First though, we're gonna head to the store, because we have 6,000 bucks burning a hole in our pocket, which is just enough for 5 Ultra Balls and nothing else. This is what we call one of those secret surprises that'll help us later. So we're going to go ahead and advance through the game. The first thing that we need to do is head down here. We want to make sure to avoid the trainers because we don't need to do any trainer battles. Those are slow. And head into this cave here. This is the Spooky Tunnel. And right here, I messed up my movement real bad. That's a common recurring theme. Here in the Spooky Tunnel, I think we find why no one speedruns this game. You can't buy repels. Ever. Now luckily, because Mutt Pup is a reskinned Poochyena, he has the ability Run Away. So we can use that to guaranteed run away from any battle, even if they're higher level. Or like this Diglett that just showed up. Diglett has the ability Arena Trap, which means you can't run from him. But Mutt Pup has Run Away, which means yes, we can run away from him. So good job, Mutt Pup. We avoided that guy with the purple hair by just staying on the right side of the tunnel there. Again, it's really important to avoid the trainer battles because the wild Pokemon are out-leveling our Mutt Pup, so the trainers, you can imagine that wouldn't... I mean, he could probably take him. Mutt Pup's pretty strong. So we're going to keep making our way through this cave here. Interrupted by these wild Pokemon every, 10 seconds. Again, I'm going to bet this is why no one speedruns this. You can avoid her just by walking at the far edge of her... She can't see far enough to see you. So just make sure that you're all the way at the bottom and then you just walk past her. There is one more trainer in the Spooky Cave. Incidentally, while we're here just kind of not doing anything, I don't know that the game audio recorded right. It seems like it's super quiet. I'll see what I can do about that. There's the third guy. Again, we just kind of go at the far edge and he can't see us, so they're not hard to avoid at all. You don't need to do any timed trainer dodges. You just walk past them. Like I said, though, Mutt Pup is putting in work for us. Hasn't won a battle, but, we would not be guaranteed to flee from... I mean, a lot of these are really fast Pokemon, too, like Abra and Ghastly, so good thing we got that runaway ability. Not to mention, again, the Diglett with Arena Trap. You can't get away from that any other way. So we're finally coming up towards the end of the Spooky Cave. Just got to take care of this wild Gengar. You'll notice it's level 35. The levels in this game kind of scale really fast. There's the ladder, but we got one more. Gotta have one more encounter for the road. It's an Abra. That's okay. So now we're here in this big square, and there's this kind of little puzzle where you have to walk out right there, and then there's this little invisible maze kind of thing. We need that item there, as you can see it. So we got to work our way around the invisible maze. I should have it memorized, but I don't. But you can find it, and we get a black belt. And that is the normal black belt item that raises your fighting type power attacks, but it also is important for plot progress in this game. So right here, we're going to see me just lose my mind and completely forget how to leave this invisible maze. So that's time saved for next time, right? I thought I had gotten stuck in a different part of the maze or something. It turns out you just have to go down. So now we're done and we got to go back through the spooky tunnel. Oh boy! Again, I'd lose my mind to go the wrong way, but now we're going the right way. And we are making our way back to town. So again, I don't think anyone speedruns this because it's just a wild battle nonsense simulator. So this route, I made it up myself, so it's probably, terrible. I definitely, looking back at it, I see several places I could have saved some time. So if this does ever sort of become a category, maybe I'll try again, but not counting on that. It does seem maybe too much of a luck fest with the current, maybe there's a way to leave it. Maybe I'm just stupid and you can buy repels, I don't know. Okay, so I ran into this guy, rookie mistake, but that's okay. I think Muttpup can take him. He's gonna lead off with an Ekans. That has Intimidate, which is kind of annoying, but I think we should be able to take it. Ekans isn't that strong. Let's tackle it. Okay, he's going to get Poison Sting off first. That didn't too... Oh, but we're poisoned. That's not great. I think we can... we should still be able to win, though. Okay, that did tackle the pretty good damage. Okay, Leer, that's good. Not going to... we're not going to take any damage, except for the poison. Again, tackle. We get a couple critical hits. We can take out the Ekans. He's going to go for Bite. This is Gen 3, and I don't think this has the physical special split in this ROM hack, so that is a special... Oh, we died. This is a strat I came up with. It's the Death Warp, so you don't have to go through the spooky cave twice. Looking back at it, maybe I should have used one of those Ultra Balls to catch an Abra and then just use Teleport. Maybe that would have been smarter. That's time save for next time. So now we're back in town. We didn't have to go through the spooky cave, and we're going to immediately go into a different cave, heading this way to the mountain path. So we get to a fork in the road here. If we go down, that's plot progression, but it's blocked right now by some other stuff. So we're going to go up. For some reason, the cave turns into a door. Not sure what the deal is there. And we're going to make a safety save here. And I didn't bother to delete my old save file, so it's telling me that I'm like, that's fine. I'm doing a speed run. Stop. I'm good. And we're making a safety save because this is where we need to use our Ultra Balls. There's a specific Pokemon. There's actually two that we need to catch in this cave. So here's Dratini. This isn't what we want, but you see it's level 35. That's pretty high. We're heading for this item. This item is I think it's a full restore. That's just a safety thing, like, we just gotta look for wild Pokemon anyway, so why not get the item? Yeah, full restore. Now, I don't believe you actually need to go in this cave to beat the game, but you need to go in this cave. But just wait. Now, this part of the run, again, no one runs this, and I see why. Because we're just gonna run in circles till we find the right guy. Here's Pikachu. He's not the right guy. He almost can pull it off, but he can't do it. What we're really looking for is Raichu. Raichu is going to be what we need to get through the rest of the game. And then, because the Raichu is going to be level 30 plus, Muttpup can't really fight it, so we just have to YOLO ball it with an Ultra Ball. And that's why we made the safety save, because we only have 5 Ultra Balls. And if we run out, that's it, so we can just reload. Now, if we do find a Raichu, it doesn't... Any attack it uses will knock us out. Oh, so here, this is Gorochu. This is a new Pokemon that's been invented in this game. It's even stronger than Raichu, and it comes at level like 50. This is the other one that we could use to beat the game. And somehow I caught it on the first try, which is absolutely wild because these things never catch. So we're not using Raichu, we're using Gorochu. Gorochu is Electric Dart. He comes with the move Thunder, which is... Yeah, I kind of wish he had Thunderbolt so he wouldn't miss. But you know what? It's good. It's a strong move. He's got Feint Attack. He's got Extreme Speed. Yeah, so we're gonna want to use him now. Also, he's level 52 as opposed to 15, so that's a step up. That's pretty good. And Yeah, obviously that section is completely luck-based, but what can you do? So, now that we have our Gorochu, we're going to head to the place that we need to use that black belt for that we picked up. So I thought about this. You could go get the Gorochu or the Raichu first and alleviate some of that luck earlier, but then you'd have to lose 2 Pokemon to that battle. But if you did the Abra thing, then you wouldn't have to, so maybe that's worth, I don't know. So this guy says we can't go in the gym, but we have a black belt, so we can go in the gym. And we're just going to go around the side here and ignore everyone, but we got to fight this top guy. He says Turtle Power, and his gimmick is that he has a team of, well, you'll see in a second, a team of Squirtles dressed up to look like the Ninja Turtles. They're all level 30, so Mudpup struggles with them. Also, they have fighting type moves. I don't know what type these are. Apparently, they're at least part water type, because Thunder just annihilated it. We might not need to use Thunder. We might get away with like Extreme Speed or something, but Thunder works, who cares? Now Gorochu, Mudpup can't really take these guys on, but Gorochu can. And the Raichu I mentioned also can. Pikachu, when I tried it with Pikachu, he was just slightly not one-hit KOing them, and they could take him out too fast, so that wasn't quite working. So now we're getting to that Thunder Mist zone, but hey, we made it, it's all good. And just going to sweep through this guy's team. Now it would be nice, again, if Thunder didn't miss so much, and I could keep some for later, but hey, what can you do? Can't complain. There we go, so we knocked out the 4th Ninja Turtle. Playing this ROM hack casually, this fight was really hard. And here's Splinter, of course, he's Eradicate. I missed the Thunder, that's a good start. He's going to go for Low Kick, that does do... It's super effective, but we're so over-leveled, it doesn't really matter. And there goes Splinter. So that's this dude's team all taken out. There are 2 other black belts in this fighting dojo you can fight, but you don't have to, so we don't bother. We get the Poke Flute, which we need for progression. We talked to this dude, he gives us a free Grapple Lock, so we get that for safety reasons. And we pick up TM31, that is Brick Break. We're going to immediately go ahead and teach it. That's a useful move to have. Brick Break and Grapple Lock matter. I mean, Brick Break matters, period. You need that one. Grapple Lock doesn't matter as much since we have Gorochu, but he's really important to get the Grapple Lock if we're using Raichu. Because Raichu comes at like level 35 or so, and so he doesn't like completely annihilate stuff like Gorochu does. So the safety is more important. Here's me losing my mind again, trying to get past these fighting guys without battling them, and we're out of the fighting dojo. So now we are going to leave this forest and go to the next place where we need to use the Poke Flute. Because Gorochu is just the best, he didn't really take too much damage and we don't need to heal or anything. So that's good. Even with Raichu, you can get away without healing though, so that doesn't make too much of a difference, I suppose. There's hikers and all sorts of trainers around here. I don't really know where their vision is, so I just kind of go way around them. You could probably cut these corners tighter, but again, that's time saved for later, right? Here's another item. We're going to go ahead and pick it up for safety. It's a Hyper Potion. Yeah, always good to have. Not too far out of the way. Here's Snorlax. So we use the Poke Flute. We're going to wake up Snorlax. Now, I realized I made a mistake here watching this back. What I should have done was just send out Mudpup and then immediately run away from the Snorlax. Instead I use Brick Break. It does half his damage. He wastes his turn, and then I use Brick Break again, so not too bad, but definitely could have saved a little bit of time here. And then again, that would have, it's not completely free because then I have to spend time menuing to put the Mudpup in the front of the party. And now we have a real battle coming up again, so we have to put Mudpup back not in the front of the party again. So we talked to this dude, and he's going to help us stop Articuno, but he doesn't You know, he doesn't trust us yet, so we have to battle him to prove that we're cool and we can stop Articuno. He leads a Flareon. I make a mistake right here and use Extreme Speed because I was expecting a different move to be in that slot, but luckily it takes it out anyway, so we're good. Kulaba comes out next, and I go for Feint Attack like I meant to, which actually doesn't knock it out, so maybe I should have just used Extreme Speed. I was thinking, and we get burned, so that's not great. Again, this is Gen 3, so Feint Attack is a special move, so we're not getting that burn attack drop. It's doing just as much damage. We're just, you know, taking damage every turn, and it's kind of slow. He sends out Magmar. Well, it is a problem because we use Feint Attack. He used Smoke Screen, but Feint Attack can't miss, so that doesn't really matter all that much. We take out the Magmar, but we are going to burn to death this turn, which is why we picked up the Grapple Locked. So there goes Gorochu, did an awesome job, and we're going to bring out Grapple Locked. Grapple Locked has Bubble Beam, so we'll just use that, it's in the top slot. He's also got Octozooka, which can miss, Aurora Beam, which is Ice type, and like, I don't know, Focus Energy or something, so not the best moveset, but it does the job for this guy who has 4 fire types and nothing else. So there goes the guy's Charizard. Also, you'll notice Grapple Locked is level 45. If we had picked up the Raichu instead of the Gorochu, Grapple Locked would be our strongest Pokemon, but with Gorochu, he's so high level that he even, you know, he beats out even Grapple Locked. We're going to pick up this Pokeball. It doesn't tell us what it is, but this Pokeball contains Oh-Oh. It's a reskinned Pidgey to look like Ho-Oh, and it's part of the game lore. Like, it's like, you know, it's gonna help us stop Articuno. So we're all done over here. Got to head back to town. Now, since Gorochu did faint, and Gorochu is easily our strongest Pokemon at the moment, we are going to head to the Pokemon Center and heal him. You know, maybe I could have gotten away without, I don't know. I'm just going to go way out of my way here to make sure I don't hit that trainer. So here we are in the Pokemon Center. And now that we've got Gorochu back, we're good to go. And this next battle is going to be one where we really see Brick Break shine. So even though you don't really need Brick Break to beat the Snorlax, I think you do need Brick Break in this fight. Especially, again, if you're with Raichu. Raichu is possible, and I mentioned that because Gorochu is really hard to catch. I was really surprised to get it. So we battle this lady. She's looking at this rock. We want the rock, of course, so we gotta get her out of the way. And she leads Umbreon. So, I mean, you know what move we're gonna use. And there goes Umbreon. So that's a good start. Gorochu actually matches up really well against our whole team. It's full of Dark and Ghost types. And of course we have, here's the Ghost type, Feint Attack for the Ghost types, and we have Brick Break for the Dark types. You could maybe get away with Thunder or something, but I don't know. Here's Kadabra. That's going to be a Feint Attack. Here's her Gorochu, but our Gorochu is much better, so he does get off an Extreme Speed. That's slow, but doesn't really matter. We Brick Break and take it out, no problem. But we get some bad luck. Gorochu has the ability Static, so we do get paralyzed. That's not the end of the world, he can still win. Golbat comes, I go for Thunder. That's probably a little extreme, but maybe a little worth. We do get confused, but we hit the Thunder anyway, knock out Golbat. I bet you could take out Golbat with just anything, but why not use Thunder? Here's level 40 Gengar. It does get a Shadow Punch off on us, but it doesn't really do much. And again, we hit through the confusion and through the paralysis, we get Feint Attack, and we win the fight. Hooray! This fight, when I was trying with Raichu, took... Raichu fought, Grapploct fought, I think Oo fought a little bit, so it went much smoother this way. We're going to go ahead and grab the Phoenix Stone, and you can use the Phoenix Stone to evolve... There's Oo, it's a Pidgey. You can evolve Oo into Ho-Oh. So we're going to go ahead and do this as well, again, just for safety. Gorochu's pretty good, but like we saw in the one fight, you know, he burned to death and we need to pull out Grapploct, so you never know, having a Ho-Oh in the back could come in handy. It doesn't really have good moves. It's got like Wing Attack and Ember, but it is a Ho-Oh, so you know, it's still not bad to have. We're also going to switch Gorochu. It's Mutt-Pup's time to shine again. We don't actually need to heal Gorochu yet, because we're not really going to fight anyone. So now we head back over to the right here. Up above we went to catch the Gorochu, but down below is where the story progression happens. We're going to head to a cave, and the cave was blocked off by a lady, but when we beat the lady guarding the rock, the other lady left as well. So now we're in Rock Tunnel. This place is full of wild encounters, just like everywhere else. Here's a Rhydon, it's level 50. So we definitely want to use that runaway ability to not fight these things. Luckily there aren't too many trainers in here. There's some on the bottom floor, but not a big deal. Repels wouldn't even help that much at this point because everything's so high level. Again, unless you caught that level 50 Gorochu, it'd still be spawning anyway. So that's another knock on this game as a proper speedrun game, but what can you do? We're going to head down this ladder and get this item. It's a max revive. Again, that's just a safety item. Trying to do that part at the start with the spooky cave and then going and catching a Raichu or Gorochu is really annoying. So I wanted to take a bunch of safety items to make sure I actually completed this run. Since I got the Gorochu and it was looking pretty good, I didn't want something stupid to happen at the end and I lose it. So there's a hiker. I almost walk into him and I panic and run all around and get stuck on this rock. But we avoid the hiker, and then coming up we want to stick close to these rocks because there is going to be a camper one tile above. So we don't want to hit him either. There's the camper. We get a wild encounter right on the tile, but they can't see us from here. Again, their vision's like one tile too short, so they can't see us. Wild Metagross. Very cool. Bye. One more trainer to dodge here. There's going to be a scientist off to the right side of the screen. Again, we avoid him just by staying as far away as possible, and he just doesn't see us. There he is, and he looked right at us, he didn't see us, no problem. Wild Cryogonal. Alright, there is one more trainer to avoid, and then we are out of Rock Tunnel. And infinity many more wild battles. But Mutt-Pup's putting in the work. And there's the last trainer of Rock Tunnel. Once again, they can't see us all the way over here. So once this Geodude leaves us alone, we're good to just blow on past. There we go. And we've made it through Rock Tunnel. Now we're at Frost Mountain. This is where Articuno's hanging out, and we want to go stop them. There's a camper. Avoid that camper. There's also one in the lower left. There they are. Okay, and they're gone. We want to go up those stairs. We're going to run past it first. This is another Pokemon Center, and we want to make sure Gorochu is not paralyzed for the final battle. We maybe could have skipped this heal I mean, I wouldn't have skipped the heal because I'm playing it super safe this run. We maybe could have because Gorochu is really good if we hadn't gotten paralyzed, but what can you do? So we got to make our way up Frost Mountain by heading into the Frost Caves, which again, the caves turn into doors. There's going to be a super nerd in this one, but we avoid him just by staying all the way to the right side of this little path thing. Level 60 Piloswine now, so again, the wild levels have increased dramatically. There's the super nerd. We got an Alolan Sandslash, which is kind of cool. We just run away from it, of course, but, you know, it's neat that he's here. So when Mudpup evolves, since Mudpup is basically a reskinned Poochyena, Mudpup evolves into something that I forget the name of, but it has the ability Intimidate, which, for our purposes, would be significantly worse than just having Runaway, and we can avoid all these wild encounters. So, there's a pro tip, is don't evolve Mudpup, he's much stronger as a Mudpup. And that's the first cave of Frost Mountain. There's a camper here, but he can't look up, so we just go above him. There's a dragon trainer over there, but we just, you know, he doesn't look at us. And we're far enough away anyway, he wouldn't see us. I think he's got like a Dragonite or something, so you really don't want to hit him. Level 70 Jinx, very cool. I don't know if you're when this was designed, you know, if they were intending the player to like keep up with these levels, or I don't quite know what the idea was here with making everything just get exponentially stronger. But we've made it through cave number 2. This outdoor section has no trainers. Now we're in the final Frost Cave. Almost to level 80 Walrein. So if Mudpup did not have Runaway, I don't know how you would like do this, you know. But luckily we do get Mudpup with Runaway, proving to be the absolute champion despite never winning a single fight. That dude there on the left side of the screen has like a Tyranitar and some other stuff. You don't want to hit him either. But luckily, once again, he doesn't look up, so we can... I mean, we're stuck on the tile because of a random encounter, but he won't look up, so you can just go over him and no problem. But we're coming up on a fight we actually do have to do. There's a guy guarding the stairs to Articuno's lair. And it can actually be a tough fight, especially with Raichu. So we're going to go ahead and do as soon as we get out of this cave, we're going to do a safety save. That guy right there. I tried. You cannot sneak past him to get up the stairs, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and move Gorochu to the front because that's our strongest Pokemon. And here we go. He leads with a Glaceon. This Glaceon is really annoying because it knows Rest, so it can heal itself. Brick Break does pretty good damage. This is another place where you really want to have Brick Break. But Glaceon uses Rest, of course, so... But that's fine. We saw Brick Break... That move that we're using, it did plenty of damage, so we're just going to keep hitting it. And there goes the Glaceon with no damage to Gorochu. That's pretty good. This Glaceon knows Sheer Cold, and it loves to hit with Sheer Cold. So, that's frustrating. And here comes Umbreon, level 70. Again, Brick Break, good move to have. This Umbreon has Moonlight, which also lets it heal itself, which is a pain. The rest of its moves aren't very good though. Its only attacking move is Feint Attack, and it has Screech, which lowers your defense, but Feint Attack is a special move, so it's not really a great moveset. It's more of just a slog to try to beat it, because it keeps healing. But we get really lucky. It didn't heal a single time in this fight, so we knock it out with absolutely no damage to Gorochu. So we really didn't seem to need that safety save, but you never know how these things go, and I didn't want to lose this run because I had a Gorochu. For the final boss, obviously we want to use Muttpup because he's our strongest Pokemon. Here's Articuno, hanging out in the Elite Four arena for some reason. And we're going to go ahead and run away, and that's the battle. Now this Articuno has Arena Trap for its ability. You're not supposed to be able to run away from it. But Muttpup has Runaway, so we can run away from it, and that's the game. Since this is not an official speedrun, I have no idea when it ends, so I decided that it ends when the screen fades to black at the end of this Hall of Fame sequence. Also, having an Abra would make this slower because you'd have to see the Abra, so I don't know if that'd be worth it. Maybe it would. It's worth investigating. And I'm going to say that's where time is. So 31 minutes, 8 seconds, that's pretty good. I bet you could get this under half an hour. I bet this could go really low with, perfect luck, but that's not going to happen. Anyway, thanks to, I guess, Dylan for making this ROM hack, this thing that I just played. I'll put a link in the description if you want to play it as well. Try to beat my time, maybe. That's all I got. I haven't done many of these commentary talk over things, so we'll see how it comes out. Thanks, and bye.